Ladies and gentlemen, before we talk about the moment when Ilyas faces the angel of death, we need to go right back to the beginning to understand his nature, his pride, and what became of him. Ilyas wasn't always cursed like he is today. In fact, he used to be one of the righteous, a devoted worshipper, someone even the angels recognized for his piety and devotion. Many people mistakenly think he was an angel, but he wasn't. He was a jinn created from smokeless fire, just like humans were created from clay. Jinn, like humans, were given free will. Some chose to obey while others rebelled. Among them, Ilyas was the exception. His worship was so extraordinary that Allah elevated him to the rank of angels in the heavens. Because of his visible devotion and piety, he was given this honor. He used to be with the angels, witnessing the glory of Allah's throne. He was bathed in the light of Allah's mercy and absorbed in worship. Yet behind this outward show of piety, there was a hidden pride, a sickness that hadn't yet revealed itself, but would eventually lead him to eternal disgrace. Then came the moment that changed everything. By Allah's infinite wisdom, Adam was created as the first human. Adam was made from soil, shaped by Allah's own hands, and by his divine command, he breathed life into him. Unlike the jinn made from fire or the angels created from light, Adam was formed from ordinary earth. Yet Allah honored Adam in a way no one before him had been honored. When creation was made, knowledge was given to him, knowledge that even the angels didn't have. He was taught the names of everything, given the ability to understand logic and to tell right from wrong. When Allah commanded the angels and Ilyas to bow to Adam, it wasn't an act of worship, but a sign of honor. It was recognition that Allah had chosen Adam for a great purpose. The angels bowed immediately out of their natural obedience. They didn't question Allah's command because they were created without free will and were completely the devil was devoted to the Lord. But when he heard this command, he exploded with anger, jealousy, and pride. He refused, claiming he was better than Adam. He boldly declared, "You created me from fire, but him from clay." This statement wasn't just a denial, it was a proud declaration, an open challenge against God's decision. At that moment, the devil revealed what had been hidden inside him all along. He saw himself as superior, more worthy of honor than Adam, and more deserving of God's favor. He thought so. But in reality, his pride only led him to his downfall. Allah cast him out of his mercy forever. He was marked as cursed, but instead of repenting, Ilyas made a reckless request. He didn't ask for forgiveness. He didn't beg for mercy. Instead, he asked for time. "Give me time until the day of resurrection." What did Ilyas want? He wanted to delay his punishment. He knew there was no escape from Allah's judgment, but he wanted to prolong his existence. He wanted to lead the children of Adam astray to prove his own superiority. He tried to corrupt them, deceive them, and drag them down into the same disgrace he had fallen into himself. Allah gave him permission, but with a clear warning: surely you will have time with those you've been given over. But definitely hell is promised for you and those who follow you. And that's how Ilyas became the eternal enemy of humanity. From that moment on, he devoted his existence to leading mankind astray. He tempted Adam and Eve in paradise, urging them to eat the fruit of the forbidden tree, which led to their being sent down to earth. But there was a difference between Ilyas and Adam. Adam felt remorse. He asked for forgiveness, and by Allah's infinite mercy, his repentance was accepted. That was the fundamental difference between the two. One made a mistake and regretted it. The other made a mistake but stayed stubborn in pride, despite his arrogance and determination to mislead humanity. There's one truth Ilyas can't escape: death. The inevitability of death is a decree no one can avoid. Nothing created will be spared. Allah declares in the Qur'an that every soul shall taste death. Then you will all return to me. Surah Al-Ankab 29:57. Every prophet, every king, Every person, every angel, every jinn, everything created will one day face its end. Even the greatest of the angels, Giriel, as will taste death. Even Israel, who will blow the trumpet to signal the end of this world, will taste death. Even the angel of death himself, Malak al-Mat, will taste death. So what about Lashu? How can someone who's been cast out of Allah's mercy hope to escape despite his pride? Ilyas knows his time will come. He doesn't know exactly when, but he knows his existence is limited. He's seen generation after generation of humans right before his eyes. He's whispered lies into their ears, deceived them, led them astray, and witnessed the angel of death come to take their souls. He's seen the righteous die peacefully, their souls gently taken, rising towards paradise, welcomed by the angels of mercy. And again, he has seen the painful deaths of sinners, their souls being painfully torn from their bodies and dragged toward punishment. Ilyas has witnessed all this. Yet he keeps running his mission. He whispers into the ears of the rich and powerful, convincing them that their wealth beyond reach will protect them from death. He feeds the prideful the idea that their status will grant them immortality. But he knows the truth. He knows that when Allah's command comes, there's no escape. The time is coming. At that moment, all his pride, all his arrogance, all his deceit will be completely shattered. He'll realize that the time he begged for is over. He'll try to run, but there'll be nowhere to hide. He'll scream, but no one will answer. He'll call out to his followers, but they'll abandon him, just like he abandoned them. And at that moment, having spent his whole life destroying others, he'll face his own destruction. Death will come to the devil, just like it comes to every soul. And when it does, this will be a moment of disgrace, pain, and ultimate destruction. The one who once defied Allah's commands, who thought of himself as the greatest, who swore to mislead people until the very end, will finally meet his downfall. His pride sparked his fall, his denial sealed his fate, and the inevitability of death will bring his mission to an end. But the question remains, what happens next after Las Dias? What will become of him? Where will his soul go? What will happen to his followers? And what will be their final destination? In this journey exploring Las's end, we'll answer these questions. Ilyas has spent his entire existence trying to deceive humanity, whispering evil plans and leading them toward destruction. He has witnessed countless generations come and go. He has seen kings rise and fall, and has watched the prophets come to guide people back to the truth. In every era, he adapted himself. He found new ways to lead people away from the path of honesty. He takes pleasure in destroying souls and rejoices in every act of disobedience that distances a person from Allah's mercy. He has whispered into the ears of the wicked, convincing them of their power. The wealthy have always thought their riches could save them from death, but they've been fooled. They believe there's plenty of time to repent, that they have endless hours in their hands. Yet the truth is clear. They know time is running out fast. Death is inevitable, and even they can't escape it. For centuries, Satan has feared this moment, and now it's finally here. The world where he roamed freely for thousands of years is no longer a safe haven. Mountains, seas, or the secret world of jinn, nothing can hide him from God's command. He can't. And then he sees it. The sky turns dark, the air grows heavy, and an unstoppable force starts to come down on him. The angel of death, Malik al-Maut, appears in such a terrifying form that even the toughest souls tremble with fear. Las has seen this angel countless times before. He's watched him easily snatch the souls of the righteous. He's seen the angels of mercy welcome them, their faces glowing with peace. He's also seen him tear the souls of sinners apart in unbearable agony. He's heard their terrified screams as they're dragged toward punishment. But this time, the situation is different. This time, the angel of death has come for him. Las is gripped by panic. He tries to run away. Changing his shape, he desperately looks for a way out. He rushes to the highest peak of the mountain, but the angel of death is waiting there. He dives into the deepest ocean trench, but Malakul Maut is there too. He runs through the dark caves of a vast desert. He even tries to hide in the invisible world of the jinn, but it's all in vain. There's no escaping Allah's decree. For the first time in his existence, Elas, he feels a deep, ultimate fear. Not the fear of losing followers, not the fear of losing power, but the fear of ceasing to exist, the fear of the unknown. He knows what's waiting for him, a punishment beyond imagination, and he knows no plea or begging will change his fate. The angel of death speaks no words, makes no compromises, causes no delays. He simply does what he's commanded with unimaginable power. He reaches for the devil's soul. Unlike the believers whose souls are taken gently and with mercy, the devil's soul from his body, it's ripped apart with such intensity that every particle of its being seems shattered. This pain is far greater than anything it has ever inflicted on humanity. It's more terrible than the suffering of those it deceived. It's endless, eternal, and heartbreaking. Las screams, writhes, fights, but it's all in vain. The moment he feared has come. Now he's no longer the deceiver. He himself is deceived. The very power that once promised his followers joy and freedom is now powerless, broken, and alone. His wails echo across the sky and the earth. But no one mourns him. No one feels sorry for him. The angels don't cry for him, and the honest workers don't grieve over him. The only thing that greets him is his eternal punishment. When his soul is ripped from his body, the inhabitants of heaven rejoice, and the earth breathes a sigh of relief. Both good and bad jinn stand stunned. All beings in the universe witness the downfall of the one who defied God for 1,000 years. And just like that, Las once thought he was better than Adam, and refused to bow down humbly, turns to dust. But so what happens next? The death of Las isn't just the end of one person, it's the end of an era. A chapter in the story of existence closes. His death signals the beginning of the final days. His army, his demons, who blindly followed him, fall into chaos. They always look to him for guidance, for leadership in their war against humanity. But now their master is gone, and with him, their certainty shatters to pieces. In the depths of darkness, his followers start turning against each other. They whisper in fear to themselves. They start questioning their fate. They always believed that the devil would outlast them all, that he'd be their commander forever. But now they realize they're mortal too. They have to face the same end. The chains that once held them together are breaking, and panic spreads among them. But there's no sorrow in humanity over the devil's death. The righteous rejoice hearing the news, knowing their greatest enemy has fallen. The prophet, the martyrs, and the faithful who fought against his evil schemes stand victorious over the wicked and sinful, and those who chose to follow him are left with nothing but regret. Then the truth about his betrayal becomes clear to everyone who had trusted him, who worshipped him, who sold their souls for his empty promises. Now they understand just how deep his deception was. The Qur'an predicted this moment, and Satan will say, when fear takes over everything, surely Allah made you a true promise, and I also made you a promise. But I broke my promise to you. I broke my promise to you, but I never had any control over you, except that I called you and you responded to my call. So don't blame me. Blame yourselves instead. Those followers who once thought I would lead them to power and joy are now left abandoned. There's no escape for them, no way back. They realize the truth too late. They were deceived, and now they must face the consequences. The empire of lies built by Satan is collapsing on earth. He moves forward without him. His name, becoming a warning sign, a symbol of pride and downfall. But his fate isn't fully sealed yet, because his final destination is still waiting. The punishment that was promised to him the moment he defied God is now closing in. The gates of hell crack open, ready for a fire so fierce it's beyond human imagination. His fall isn't just a personal loss. It's the end of everything he worked for. The end of his deceit, the end of his reign, the end of his rebellion, and the start of an endless torment he can never escape. From last once whispered freely into the hearts of humans, and jinn roaming without restraint, now faces his inevitable fate. With unimaginable pain, his soul was ripped from his body. His agony echoed through the vastness of creation. But death is not the end for Las. Just as he made others believe their lives would have no consequences, now he must face the outcome of his own existence. When his soul is torn away, the universe was made for him, but it doesn't mourn him. The earth he walked on, the sky he flew through, the creatures he polluted all stand silently as witnesses to his downfall. People used to fear his name, curse him, and those who followed his wicked ways called out to him. But now he's nothing. Yet his punishment has only just begun. The angel of death takes his soul, and what happens next is a judgment unlike any other. When the souls of the righteous depart, angels of mercy embrace them, wrapping them in fragrant shrouds, leading them in a procession of light and peace. They take the righteous to paradise with them. But Las is neither virtuous nor deserving of mercy. The moment his soul is taken, the angels of punishment confront him. Their presence is unbearable, their forms more terrifying than anything you can imagine. They are not gentle beings welcoming the faithful, nor are they neutral collectors of souls. They are enforcers of divine justice assigned to deal with the worst of creation, and Elas is the worst among them all. They wrap his soul not in a cloth of purity, but in a dark, foul-smelling sack. That's the essence of his punishment. It smells so bad that even the lowest demons back off in fear. It drags the soul down to the deepest depths of existence through those gates in the sky where it once dared to rise. But now, at every level, it's denied entry. The angels at the gates don't greet it with light or blessings. Instead, they curse it, rejecting its presence with disgust. The soul is thrown down to the earth beneath hell, where it waits for its final judgment. But the punishment doesn't end there. The torment of the grave awaits true humans when the devil is locked away in a worldly grave, trapped in endless torment in the place where he was cast. The walls of his prison crush him, suffocating him in a space that feels infinite. He's never given a moment's rest. The angels of punishment keep attacking him, reminding him of every lie he told, every soul he led astray, every false promise whispered into humanity's ears. In this state, time becomes unbearable. He suffers through ultimate resurrection in agony. They wait when all creation gathers before their Lord. The day comes when the trumpet is blown, signaling the end of all life. Mountains crumble, seas boil over, and the sky tears apart. Everything left is destroyed. Mighty angels, jinn, humans, all creatures of the heavens and the earth, everyone dies. Even the angel of death is commanded to die, and then only Allah remains, as he always was and always will be. Then, when the trumpet is blown a second time, life returns. The souls of humanity, their bodies, come back to life. They rise from their graves, confused and terrified. The day of judgment has begun. Among those brought forth is Satan himself. He's given no special treatment, nor is he spared from the humiliation he used to inflict on others. He's dragged along, exposed in disgrace, and made to stand among those he deceived. His followers, those who worshipped him, obeyed him, and believed his lies, now stand there in fear and shock, realizing the promises of power, freedom, and pleasure were all empty. They believed him, but now, when they see him standing there helpless and punished, just like them, they realize he never really had any power. What he did was just whispering, and only those who wanted to hear him listened. Then Allah speaks before all creation. The final judgment is made, and Las's fate is sealed. Hell, the place he tried to drag others into, is now calling him. Chains of Allah's wrath hold him tight, binding his body and pulling him toward that bottomless pit, what had been waiting for him. From the very start, the gates of hell swung open and the fire roared. The flames, eager to devour the most notorious resident, seemed to recognize him, growing even hotter as soon as he was brought closer. He resisted, pleaded, struggled, but there was no way out. His pride, his defiance, his proclaimed superiority, all of it had led him to this moment. And now there was nothing left but regret. As he was thrown deep inside, he felt a pain like no other. He's far worse than anything forced upon. Humanity, fire wraps around him, burning every part of his existence. The chains tighten. The weight of his sins crushes him with unbearable force. Every moment is agony, yet death doesn't come. He doesn't die. He doesn't cease to exist. He's kept alive to suffer, to feel, to regret. But maybe the worst punishment isn't the fire, the chains, or even the pain. It's the knowledge that he has failed. He wanted to prove himself the best. Instead, he's been humiliated. He wanted to lead others astray. But now they curse his name. He tried to escape death, yet he's been forced to suffer forever. His cries echo into the void, but no one listens. Those who once praised him now curse him. They shout at him, blame him for their fate, demand answers, beg for freedom. But he can't give them anything. He's trapped too, punished just like them. And just as the Qur'an predicted, he made his final message to his followers. Dante blamed me after saying these things. Blame your own faults. I only whispered. And you heard. I never had any power over you. I just called out and you responded. This is the ultimate betrayal, the final proof of his deceit. And then he's consumed by fire, sinking into a pain that will never end. But the faithful feel no sorrow for him. The righteous find peace, knowing their greatest enemy has been defeated. The prophet, the martyrs, and the worshippers who stood against his evil plans, all were under Allah's justice. Those who stayed steadfast are filled with joy. And when the devil sinks into the depths of the abyss, the gates of paradise open for them. They enter the eternal gardens, are welcomed by angels, and embrace each other by their Lord's mercy. There's no fear there, no deception, no whispers of doubt. For the devil, there is only fire. For the believers, there is only peace. In the end, the devil's story isn't just about his downfall. It's a lesson, a reminder that pride leads to destruction, disobedience leads to regret, and Allah's mercy is there for those who seek it. His story is over, but those who are still alive, their stories are yet to be written. Will they follow his path, or will they turn back to their Creator before it's too late?